guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Books and Stuff, and my name is Des. So today I'm reviewing a couple of Colleen Hoover's books that I have just finished reading not that long ago. The first one is going to be Heartbones. I do love Colleen Hoover. She is one of my go-to authors when I don't know what I'm going to read, and this one was on my Kindle for a while. So, a lot of times with Colleen Hoover's books, some of them are like young adult. So, moving, passionate, and forgettable, Colleen Hoover's novels follow two young adults from completely different backgrounds embarking on the tentative romance, unaware of what the future holds. After a childhood filled with poverty and neglect, Bea Grimm finally has her hard-earned ticket out of Kentucky with a full ride to Penn State. But 2 months before she's finally free to change her life for the better, an unexpected death leaves her homeless and forced to spend the remainder of her summer in Texas with a father she barely knows. Devastated and anxious for the summer to go by quickly, Bea has no time or patience for Samson, a wealthy, brooding guy next door. Yet the connection between them is too intense to ignore. But with their upcoming futures sending them to opposite ends of the country, the two decide to maintain only a casual summer fling. Too bad neither has any idea that a rip current is about to drag both their hearts out to sea. So I loved Bea and Samson's story. Bea comes from nothing. She fights really hard to get that Penn State scholarship. Then she has to go live with a father she hardly knows. And they're staying at this beach. Dad married into somebody who has some money, something that she kind of despises. She learns a lot. Like, apparently her dad was sending stuff to her and sending money and stuff, but she never received it, so she thought Dad didn't care. Samson is the boy next door who is wealthy, and again, that's something that she really struggles with. She has a stepsister now who thinks they're going to be best friends that she is trying really hard to navigate. There's a lot of secrets in this book, and again, Samson is all about the ocean and, all of that stuff. Bea, not so much, but she's getting there, and this is their story, and it is amazing. I absolutely loved it. I tend to get Colleen's books when they come out, and then I keep them in my Kindle until I'm in a rut, and then I will read them because I know I'm going to love her books. I absolutely love Coleen Hoover. So I read that one, and then I went to one where I had started reading the first one, and I couldn't really get into it, or maybe I did finish it and just never got the other ones. But the next parts I'm going to read or review are the Never Never series that she co-wrote. So Never Never Book 1. Never Never Book 1 she wrote with Taryn Fisher, who is one of her friends and authors. Never stop, never forget, just remember. Charlie Windward and Silas Nash have been best friends since they could walk. They've been in love since the age of 14, but as of this morning, they are complete strangers. Their first kiss, their first fight, the moment they fell in love, every memory has vanished. Now Charlie and Silas must work together to uncover the truth about what happened to them and why. But the more they learn about the couple they used to be, the more they question why they were even together to begin with. Forgetting is terrifying, but remembering may be worse. Heart-stopping and utterly captivating, the complete Never Never series now available. So she wakes up. She's in school in fourth period, and that's when her memory vanishes. So when she gets to lunch, her friends have her sitting next to Silas, and they have to pretend to be a couple. She doesn't know, he has no idea who they are because he is doing a very good job acting and she is really struggling. By the time they figure out that neither of them know who the other one is or anything about their future or their lives past, they try to figure it out together. So that was book 1. And it's very interesting. Book 2, let me see if it'll just bring it right up here so I can go on here. It's not going to. Give me 1 second here. Part 2. guess it's going to do it this way. So Never Never Part 2. Where is it? Time back to it. Why is it doing that? Hold on 1 second. Okay, guys. Part 2. Never forget that I was your first real kiss. Never forget that you'll be my last. And never stop loving me between all of them. Never stop, Charlie. Never forget. Silas races against time as more truth unravel, while others twist tighter together. And now the stakes are higher as Silas' control slips and others begin to point fingers. Charlie's in trouble, and he must be the one to bridge the sham between their past and their present. Because somewhere between I love yous and never nevers and never agains, a truth they can't imagine beckons to be found. Where are you, Charlie? So Charlie then obviously disappears and he has to go to find her in book 2. So then you go on to book 3, and they do leave you with cliffhangers. I will let you know that. Together, Silas Nash and Charlie Winter must look deeper into the past to find out who they were and who they want to be. With time ticking down, the couple are in a race to find the answers they need before they lose everything. Can they regain what they once had? And will it restore who they once were? So what they tend to find out is what happened is they have to pretty much fall in love again in order to remember everything. And it's whether or not they can do that. So through the 3 books, and they're trying to figure this out before they finally make the connection as to what happens and how they need to get back to their lives and their memories. And then once they get their memories back, if they get their memories back, can they survive as a couple? Are they still a couple? And will they be the same people? Or will they change their lives and be better people? Or, how's it going to go on? And what tore them apart in the first place? And can that be fixed? It is a really quick read. I read all 3 of them very quickly. They are light novelettes. They're not very long. It's a lot different from most of Colleen's books. And once I read them in order, all 3 at the same, right back to back, I was amazed. And it's hard to, some parts you can tell what Colleen wrote and what Tyra wrote. And other parts you cannot. So it is a great story. I definitely recommend Hurt Bones, 10, 5 stars, absolutely amazing. And the Never Never series is also a really amazing series. And it's great to see where Silas and Charlie get to. So check them out. And again, it's Coleen Hoover. And if you have not read any of her books, I strongly suggest it. She is one of my go-to romance authors, and I love her dearly. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.